Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am tackling a build challenge that was popular maybe a couple months ago and doing my own sort of twist on it. So basically there was this challenge when we got platforms that was building a house but every room was like one taller or every room was a different height. There were a few different ways people tackled this, and what I decided to do was to create a mid-century modern home because I thought that that made the most sense for having the different levels of various rooms. And we're starting with a base level that you enter on, and then every other room is a different height, but they go up or they go down. So the most drastic is 3 taller than the base or 3 shorter than the base. So it was definitely a lot to figure out, but I wanted it to still be a functional home, not just like a space you can't access and a mess. So it was still quite a challenge, and I had a lot of fun with this. And you can see the outside is coming together here. We have a butterfly-shaped roof and this really pretty teal color as an accent. I'm using some palm trees from the Island Living expansion pack, and we're building in the world of Oasis Springs on the Springscape lot. I'm really happy with how this build came out, especially on the outside. The inside is very light and airy. I feel like this would be perfect for like an Airbnb or something to that effect. I don't remember if I kept the pool. I think I got rid of the pool in the end and we end up having a hot tub instead, but I tried to have a pool. And actually, I built this house over on Twitch during a stream over the last couple of weeks. I will have a link down below if you guys would like to watch the full stream back over on my second channel on YouTube called More Gryphi. But we're figuring out the floor plan now. So I decided when we first walk in, right off to the side, we're going to have a kitchen. It is going to be more open concept in here, but I'm drawing walls at first, so that way it's easier to go ahead and change those platforms. And we still end up having like every room is a different platform height. It's just some of them don't have walls anymore, if that makes sense. You'll see it come together. We're trying to figure out the floor plan here. And this ends up being a 2 to 3 bedroom house. I kind of stage it as a 2-bedroom house and like a music room. And right here, I'm trying to figure out the bathroom. At first, I was like, okay, we're going to have stairs in the bathroom to get down into it. And then I switched the living room and the bathroom around so that there were stairs into the living room and only one step down into the bathroom. Because honestly, when you have to go to the bathroom and you're at somebody else's house or it's the middle of the night, you walk in and there's a step there. That sounds like a disaster. There is a step in this one, but at least it's not a tall up step. It's just a single step. There's not like a staircase in there. It sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, and so figuring that out. Also, in the bedrooms here, it took me a while to decide to do the individual platforms as steps in here instead of using actual staircases to get up into the rooms or down into the rooms, and it was a lot. It was definitely a process of figuring this out, and you're seeing me fiddle with it quite a bit here. I did cut out so much footage of this because it took a lot longer than it looks like it's taking, but it was definitely fun to do, trying to figure out how to make this work. And I really wanted to have closets in this space too, so I didn't count those as separate rooms. One of them's in a separate room, one's not, but there's no real point in adding a different platform height to a closet. Ooh, my voice started going there for a second, but anyway, we are now furnishing the kitchen. I really liked combining these tiles with this particular counter. I don't think I've ever used this swatch together with that counter swatch because the bottom of it, the base of this particular tile, has a different wood swatch that I don't think really matches these particular countertops. But I think once that's covered, the colors of the tile just work so nicely with it. So we're just getting some upper cabinetry in here. There is no matching cabinets for the Island Living ones. So I'm just using some base game ones in here and then getting a little rug in front of the sink. And then I should be getting a table and chairs over here as well. Very simply furnished, very clean. I have like white tile floors throughout the entire space, which I quite enjoyed. And then we are moving on into the living room, which is a really weird shape because you have to step down into it first of all. And then we had to have a section where you step back up to get back outside. And I hadn't been thinking about that when I built the house. So there's these big sliding glass doors, so it needed to accommodate for that. And then I was so sad because this rug is the perfect color for this space, but it wasn't placing down properly because of the platform, so it was sort of floating. So when you rotated it, like changed its position on the floor. But the one I ended up using, which is from the Fitness Stuff Pack, also worked really nicely with the colors it had. And then I have just a little bit of an office nook over on this side using a painting above it from the Get Famous pack, a nice bookshelf from Tiny Living, and I love this chair from Bowling Stuff. It's just so cute. I feel like I use it too often, but it worked really nicely in here to get like a pop of red. And then we have that same pop of red on that lamp on the desk, as well as in the painting. And then over here, I'm trying to figure out what these rooms are going to be. I decide one of them can be a double bed, the other can have 2 single beds, and then the last one is going to have a keyboard and stuff in it, which evolves a little bit over time, but I felt like it'd be nice to have that. But of course, if you did want to use this as more of a vacation rental or just having a bigger family, you could definitely make that a 3rd bedroom. This is easily a 3-bedroom house. You might want to add another bathroom in, if that's the case though, because I only have 1 bathroom. And of course, if you want to play in this house, you definitely don't have to keep all the weird platforms. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but it was a fun challenge, and I think considering that challenge, I did an okay job at still making the space pretty functional and like a livable home you might want to play with in The Sims, hopefully. Speaking of which, if you guys would like to download this, it is available on the Sims 4 Gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and all of that information will also be in the description down below. And if you were curious, this lot comes out to be 59,614 simoleons, so it's not cheap. I feel like unless I'm going for a starter home, none of my homes are particularly cheap, but they're not usually like over 100,000 simoleons either. But that's probably because I don't build a lot of large homes. I sometimes do like 3-4 bedroom places, but usually not too much bigger than that. And I know I get asked to build bigger things sometimes, specifically mansions, but I don't enjoy it, so that's why I don't do them very often. Every once in a while I get inspiration and then you see one, but it's definitely not something that I typically am like excited to do. So these size homes that are like a medium size home, like a nice family home, or smaller things or tiny houses, that is where my passion is at. But we're talking over the music room in here. We have a little bit of a music station from Get Famous in there, and you saw the keyboard and there's a bookcase and all that. But this is the bathroom. Very, very simple, 1 step down, and because of that, the easiest way to organize the space was just to have a shower, so no tub in this one. So if you have a dog or a toddler, you might want to renovate this build. And there goes the pool. The pool has been deleted, and we're getting a hot tub instead and a couple of loungers. It ends up being very colorful back here, but then I end up swapping out some stuff because I thought it didn't fit as well. Hopefully you'll see what I mean in a minute here, but first I'm adding a couple of these sofas here with a little fire pit, and then I decided to cut out a platform to make them 1 step down, sunken into the area. That was a suggestion from chat that I really liked, and I think it helps add to the background space. And then we're just adding a table and chairs over here. I, for the moment, keep the pink, and it's kind of a fun color, but I do get rid of it in the ends, I think off camera, and make that white. And then we're just working on some more landscaping. I think that's what we're doing for the rest of the build, honestly, is fixing up some landscaping out front here, filling up these planters, and just making the place look a little bit more alive. I'm pretty sure we have the trash can out back. There is the wall-mounted mailbox out front. Those are things I forget a lot, so just making sure we have them, and adding some of these flowers, which are also from not outdoor retreat. What am I saying? Island Living. Island Living has some really nice plants, and I feel like they work in a decent amount of worlds, honestly. I definitely like their palm trees a lot better than the base game ones. That's why we're using them here. But anyway, with that, just going to finish up the landscaping, and then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.